Hello everyone, good PM doctors. This is Dubey Shambhavi from Group 4 and today I'm here to give a summarized review of our research topic, that is comparison of the prevalence and risk factors for tuberculosis between urban and rural areas in South India. So let's begin with the introduction. So as we know that, next slide. So as we know that tuberculosis is one of the infectious disease and it poses a serious threat through the worldwide. So basically, we know that according to WHO's Global Disease Burden Report, tuberculosis is reported seventh, and India has high incidence of TB cases annually with an estimated disease prevalence of 256 by 100,000 population. Incidence of 185 by 100,000 population and deaths of 26 by 100,000 populations. So in order to eradicate TB, India have implemented certain control programs since 1962. So the first one was RNTCP in 1997, that stands for Revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, and the second one is NTEP, that is National Tuberculosis Elimination Program in 2020. So yeah, let's proceed further with the research questions. So as we know that before starting any research work, we need to perform or we need to facilitate research questions. So basically our research question is specifically aims to what is the prevalence of TB in South India, what are the risk factors contributing to increase of TB in South India, what are the risk factors for individuals with and without previous medical condition to acquire TB, the socioeconomic profile, and why is TB highly prevalent in urban than in rural areas of South India. So let's proceed further with the significance of the study. So our study aims to compare prevalence and risk factors associated with TB between urban and rural areas or the population of South India. And the benefit is that it devises a plan or a case control study using surveys and contribute to insight into creating highly needed TB program that will educate the community, which are either individualized or targeted to need different population, and as well as aids in treatment and follow-up. And the duration of span which we took was of 5 years, that is from 2015 to 2020. And also the makeup of the incomplete clinical data, that is Institute 1974 in many parts of South India, especially the rural areas, were done on Microsoft Excel. That is, the data was tabulated or all the collected data were used, and also we used a chi-square. Now the possible outcomes or the expected outcome was that this pilot study could serve as a potential blueprint to track the barrier that deter the patient from seeking the treatment, as well as make access and treatment to be delivered directly to the patients. So let's proceed further. So next is our literature review. So we took 5 literature reviews. So to better understand the evidence that have surrounded TB community in South India, so we have conducted a comparative study, as I said earlier, in its prevalence between urban and rural area. So for that, we search a popular databases such as PubMed and Science Direct, and we found 25 articles of which we have relation to our topic in question. So in the next slide, you can see our literature review. So these are the 5.
I will be discussing the general objectives, hypothesis, and limitation of the study. The general objectives includes to compare prevalence and risk factors of TB between urban and rural populations, to compare reasons why TB rate is high in urban areas than in rural, to highlight possible reasons for the increase of TB among individuals. And this is a pilot study, could serve as a potential blueprint. Specific objectives includes the identification of risk factors, geographical locations, and socio-economic status. It is also to identify disparities between the two communities and readdressal of programs. Now, hypothesis is no significant difference in prevalence and risk factors of TB in urban and rural areas. And the alternative hypothesis is there is significant difference. The scope and limitations of the study does not include TB in children and individuals undergoing TB therapy, as well as pregnant women. The questionnaires will only be done in English language in the pilot study. The research design includes 3 urban cities, 2 rural, and there is a total of 7,530 participants over a span of 5 years from 2015 to 2020. The inclusion criteria is participants must be between age of 18 to 60, must be both male and non-pregnant females, as well as permanent residents, individuals with and without medical problems, as well as limited to such predisposing factors. Exclusion criteria is as follows. The instruments we use for data collection will be analyzed using Microsoft Excel. The gaps in the study. If treatments exist, why is TB still a problem in India? Probable reasons are difficult access to treatments, other factors that implicates attempts to eradicate TB, poor quality care, as well as limited awareness. So why is the current TB vaccine is not effective against treating TB? This is what it says by Bahadari in 2016 paper. The current TB vaccine elicit immune response. The activation of immune cells is delayed. This is the timeline. These are our dummy table as well as the questionnaire such as age, because we are looking for participants between the age of 18 to 60, as well as gender, marital status, education level, occupation, as well as social economic status. Part 2 of the questionnaire, this is our bibliography as well as the expected outcome. So how our proposal will address the need of the problem statement. This pilot study will broaden the understanding of the existence of barriers that deter patients from seeking treatment. It is also for the device of new programs such as making access and treatment to be delivered directly to patients' community of homes. It also, how does our proposal, if it is accepted, benefits the community that we have an interest in addressing TB issues? This will not only improve recruitment efforts, but it is also the presumptive of TB cases in their social network, such as a snowball approach for screening and linkage to treatment. It can also help to individualize or target needs of different population can be applied on a larger scale. So why is our research worth pursuing? It does not only benefit the community, but also the government as well as the healthcare worker. It helps to reduce the burden, create population stability and growth, reduce the scrutiny of people seeking treatment, improve the resources as well as public facilities for ease of treatment. It will also help to measure the growth of knowledge about TB as well as to determine or predict the kind of programs that would be effective. What to be expected of our study? We will be expecting 7,530 participants in total over a span of 5 years between the year of 2015 to 2020. This comparative data will be used between the two target population that will be able to show improvement or decline in the community. Not only that, but also through the geographical location. So these are my co-researchers.